Hereford manager Josh Gowling. Your reflections on what I thought was a very entertaining match.
It was end to end, wasn't it? So no, I thought, we spoke at half time. I mean, our energy levels, our pressing was excellent. Our shape off the ball was excellent. I think we got in really good areas on the ball, but then I think our quality on the ball kind of lets down a little bit. Now we're early stages of in possession stuff, so we've worked a lot defensively and getting our shape, organising and that kind of stuff. And we've probably spent a couple of sessions in possession, so that's going to take time. We are a work in progress, but I think overall I was really pleased with our intensity.
A lot of supporters, certainly those that weren't here, will not just look at the result and they won't necessarily realise how close that game was.
Yeah, I mean, we've made 11 changes in the second half, so it is simple as that. We've got to look at lads, and also we've got to kind of stagger our minutes to make sure lads get to optimum fitness at the start of the season. So no, it was a close game. Obviously they're a good side, they're a League One side, but overall I was really pleased with the lads.
Again, encouraging first half performance, a lot of pace, we've talked about that. McLean, Story, Hancock's all seem to combine nicely.
Yeah, like we said, they've got bags of pace. Ryan, I think, has to come acclimatised to this level in the sense that he can't just kind of pick the ball up and, well, he can because he's got the pace, but sometimes he's got to give and go a little bit more. Obviously Miles is a bit more direct, well, he will give it and go and get beyond, and he's a big, strong, powerful boy. So, we've got... we've looked at what we didn't have last year, and we've tried to develop the team and get better in obviously in the advanced areas. So I'd like to think it's a work in progress, but we're getting there.
Brought Jack Boddenham in, formerly with Cardiff, had a spell here on loan before. At the heart of the Hereford defence. How did you feel he played?
Yeah, Jack was excellent. Obviously he's been out for a while. I think he had COVID, so he's been out for a while, and he's training with us this week, and that was his first bit of football. I told he was playing 45, but he ended up playing a bit longer. But no, he was excellent. But I thought, for me, Ben Pollock was man of the match for me. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. He won all his headers, tackles. He made a great tackle in the first half, stop a goal, and I just thought overall he was outstanding.
Any other players that caught your eye, especially late on after you'd made all of those substitutions in the second period?
There was a lot of them, wasn't there?
Indeed. I mean, for me, I thought Maziar Kuyar again, very busy, very bright, could have scored.
Yeah, Mazzy coming on the 10, and he looks fit, he looks strong. Obviously, he's been away with the Afghan team, so he's obviously had work out there. But you can just see he's got that Football League quality. Obviously they're a Football League team, but you can just see he picks up good areas. And like I said, he's got good end products. He's trying to slide things in well. He gets shots off well. So I was, really impressed. He lifted us when we brought him on.
How encouraged were you by the supporters? Because I thought it ended up in a good atmosphere out there.
It's just nice to hear them chanting, and when we scored, the roar, and obviously you see the lads go and celebrate with the fans there. It's just something you're not used to, and it just puts a smile on your face. And I can't stop smiling now because it's just nice to be back here with fans and obviously putting on a good, entertaining game.
Now, moving on to Cinderford at the weekend, are you likely to see fresh faces between now and then, or is it something that will just crop up?
We'll see. I'm sure there'll be a few. Look, we use pre-season for what it is. Obviously, we get the lads minutes, but obviously also we've still got 5 slots available. So we've got to look at the talent out there to see whether or not they fit in with us. I think the lad Loic coming today did well up top. I think he was big, strong, powerful. Obviously, the lad Wide did well. So we'll have a look at them again if they're available for Saturday, and we'll just keep looking.
Question about the players that you've re-looked at. The likes of Ben Pollock, likes of Richie Whittingham, likes of Maziar Kuyar. How close are they to signing on the dotted line?
We shall see. No, Ben's. What people don't realise about Ben is the first year he come in, he didn't get paid. So the first year he was here, he was travelling from Middlesbrough and wasn't getting paid. So that shows you a lot about his character. Then he's had a real tough time last year with injuries, and then this year obviously his brother's moved to Watford, so he's moved home so he can be closer to here, so he can train. So that shows the commitment of the boy. So his attitude's impeccable. He's great around the lads. He smiles. He's infectious, and he's an honest boy. So would like to think he'll be here. Mazzy's been excellent. Obviously coming through the back end of last season, and again he's chopping at the bit. They're the players we need. We need players that are hungry. They want to be at the football club. They want to work with me. They want to be. They want to play in front of these crowds. And they can handle the pressure. I think that's the biggest thing from last season that possibly some of us didn't do well enough, was handle that pressure. So, and I think these boys can.
And one of the players that you have brought in got off the mark. Miles' story. How impressed have you been with him in the first 3 games?
Well, Joey seems to think it come off his gum shield and went in, so I'm not, I'm not too sure. Miles has been excellent. He's big, strong, powerful. We need to build him. You know, he's had a couple of seasons where he's been in and out, and you know his confidence needs building up. But you can see his strength, his power. He needs to get used to playing wide, and what I expect from wide men, because we expect a lot of work from our wide men, up and down, counter pressing forward. And you can see he's getting fit all the time, so he's going to be a real pleasure to work with for a start, but I think he's going to be a real crowd pleaser.
And overall then, do you think it's a mark of respect from Steve Cotterill that he's kept most of their first teamers on the pitch right to the end?
I don't actually think they've got any other players. I think they've got a small squad. Obviously they're a bit like us, where they're looking at bringing in, I think they've got that squad of 14, 13, so they're looking at bringing in some players as well. So, but no, you know, they need games. I'd like to think it was a really competitive game. I'd like to think that they know they've been in a game, and for us it was about really imposing our will on them, especially here, because that's how we want this to be a fortress next season. We want to impose our will, press teams, and play at a real intensity. And I'd like to think when we do that, teams can't match us.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.